At the Cleveland Ministry Collective, we believe local ministries deserve to be heard. That's why when multiple national Christian media companies moved towards syndication and away from community, we stepped in. And one of the ways we uplift local voices is through the Third Place podcast. Each episode highlights the people and stories shaping ministries in Northeast Ohio. Voices you won't hear on syndicated radio. To learn more about how we at the Cleveland Ministry Collective are working to foster connection, collaboration, and community among Northeast Ohio ministries, go to clevelandministrycollective.org. While you're there, would you prayerfully consider a donation to facilitate a successful launch of this brand new venture Lauren and I are undertaking? Submit your secure and tax-deductible donations now at clevelandministrycollective.org. That's clevelandministrycollective.org. Okay, here's today's episode. This is the Third Place podcast, recording from the JLP CPA sponsored studio. I'm Brian Dolan, and next to me is the lovely and talented Lauren Cuevas.
Hi. Home is your first place, work is your second place, and this is your third place where the Christian community gathers.
Should I regret lovely and talented, or is that not what you want?
You can say whatever you want.
So that's okay. It's not like, okay, good. Even more lovely and talented.
Oh, even more.
Yes.
I'll take it.
With us today from the City Mission. I'll never know her real title because I like Zara Fun.
That's right.
And
Jaime Buxton.
That's
Yay!
Jaime Buxton's here.
Zara Fun.
Yay. It's the managing director of coordinating
Senior-
activities.
Yeah. Now you've got me confused.
Senior manager.
Senior manager of community engagement.
Obviously.
Actually, there's not even an of. It's senior manager, comma, community
Right.
engagement.
Love it.
Because you're not senior manager of the community engagement. You're just a senior manager, and your area of work is community engagement.
I don't know.
Nobody knows. Zara Fun. It's
Zara
City
Fun,
Mission.
I will
Yay.
take.
Yes.
So we do have something important to talk about tied to your work at City Mission in just a little bit. But
Yes.
first, we're going to take a roundabout way to get there. There's something very exciting in your life. And before we get to the exciting thing, I want to have a little chit chat about high school selves.
Okay.
Take yourself
I'm
in the Wayback Machine.
Okay, you're making me anxious because you've got so many
I
ways
know.
around
I
to be
know.
going.
Lots
that
of
I'm a
rounding.
little
This way to
anxious
get around there.
to go here, to go here. Okay.
We're in the
talking
city
about
of-
high school selves. Okay.
We're in Green, Ohio, and we're going on about 18
We're going around
roundabouts.
the roundabouts.
Okay.
So
Or the Talmadge Circle.
first of all, oh no,
And you
that's
get
too
stuck,
scary.
so you keep going around.
So I'm hoping Lauren will finally admit
I
that
know.
she was popular in high
I
school.
was not. I was not.
She has lots of stories
Maybe
about
you should
boys.
bring your yearbook so we can prove it. Because you'll know by how many numbers are behind your name, like page numbers.
Oh, like in the back where how many pictures you're in?
Yeah.
Not many.
and how many people
Signatures.
wrote "Have a great summer"?
Hags.
Call me. Oh wait,
Lila's.
What?
Hags. Love you like a sister. Lila's. Hags. Have a great summer.
I don't think
Great
they did
summer.
that.
I don't know Hags,
in
but
the
I do
olden
know
days.
Lila's.
Yeah, of course.
Love you like a sis.
Yes.
No, you had.
I was not.
You have all these stories about boys who ask you out and you say no. That's like what I recall your high school career.
Yes. They weren't popular boys.
Jaime,
Boys just asking you out and you said no to multiples?
All of them.
All of them.
Well, except one.
because she was so cool that she wouldn't date boys in her own grade. This is how.
No, you keep saying not in my own grade. It was just nobody.
She just dated nobody.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Jaime,
It wasn't just
help
like
me.
nobody at my school or I wouldn't date people in my grade. It's just nobody.
Jaime.
So it wasn't about being too cool.
That means she was
I don't know.
popular.
I think you were cooler than you're saying.
No.
Do you know how many girls were like, I
You've
wish a
had
boy would
someone
have asked
from
me
your
out?
middle school comment, and I'm going to need someone from my high school to comment now and come back me up. I was not popular.
Yeah, but who's going to be like, yeah, actually, you're right. She was a real nerd bomber.
No, there's a middle ground between popular and nerd. And I was right safely in the middle.
Safely in the middle, all the boys asking you out, you saying no.
Not all of them, just a handful.
Jaime,
Handful.
Like how many?
3 or 4.
You started counting on your fingers.
3 or 4.
27.
So high school,
four.
it would have been biggest heartbreaker.
No, it was most
Look at
likely to
you.
have too many tattoos, is what it was, actually.
Did you have a tattoo in high school?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you were cool.
Jaime.
I wasn't allowed. I had to cover it up every day.
Yeah,
wasn't
because
allowed
you
to
were
have it.
so cool that you got one that it had to be covered up.
Where was it?
On my foot,
Which one is it?
right here.
I don't see it.
I don't
Yeah,
see it
exactly. I'm
either.
wearing shoes.
You're not going to take off your shoe and show us?
No, ew. No.
No?
No, and I can take off my shoe.
Well, you didn't get a pedicure, so they're
No, I
scratchy
don't.
or something?
No, I don't get pedicures really.
How old were you for the tattoo?
15.
Oh, you were cool.
A pastor's kid getting a tattoo
Yeah, my
at
mom took me
15?
out of state.
Did your dad know?
He did. He only allowed it because my sisters were both getting tattoos. So my mom was like, I'll get one. And I was like, hey, what about me? She's like, fine, we'll go out of state and you can get one with us.
It probably says, I heart Jesus or something, so the pastor
Basically.
approved. Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
Now, okay.
That you were
She
cool.
says, I'm not cool. She's counting the number of boys on her fingers that asked her out, and she's crossing state lines to get a tattoo at 15.
No.
Lauren.
No.
Such a nerd.
I didn't say nerd.
Not a nerd. She said she
In the
was
middle.
comfortably in the middle of the spectrum.
In the middle.
Yeah, well.
Interesting.
So were you voted most likely to something?
Most likely to have too many tattoos. That was
Oh,
my
is that-
senior superlative.
That
yes.
actually was. Oh, okay.
Yes. Mhm.
What was yours?
It was something I didn't deserve.
Something about being a nerd.
Oh.
No, okay, so I got best musician, which I was not.
You were just the only one.
Now I can qualify.
You're just the only one.
No, it was a big high school. I graduated with like 650 people in my
Okay.
grade.
It's because he was
approximately.
in jazz band,
No.
marching band.
No, like there were a couple of other people that were nominated for this. One of them went on to be in like the University of Minnesota marching band. He was so amazing. Another guy is still to this day a professional jazz pianist.
That's embarrassing
His
for
name's
you.
Brian Nichols, and he's amazing. And if you're watching
Shout out
Brian,
Brian Nichols.
you are amazing. He's got all these albums.
You
He's-
are the most likely to be an amazing.
But here's what happened. I was in like a band with my buddies who played at like weddings and clubs and
Me too,
such in
remember.
high school.
Yeah.
Oh, right. You're the Christian
Purely
band.
nard.
That
All
was
right,
the band
keep
name.
going, sorry.
Purely Nard. It was, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I totally forgot that. Okay. But anyway, so we convinced a club in our area to do an 18 plus night. No, a 16 plus night.
Oh.
And our band was up on the stage, and so all the popular kids and everybody was excited to go to a club. I was on the stage there playing my bass. All the popular kids remembered this. They didn't know the best musicians in school. So I got the votes. I don't deserve it. If we had a reunion where you could relinquish your gift and give it to somebody else or whatever, I would give it to Brian Nichols.
And what would you really give yourself then? Oh, this is a fun game.
Best,
That is good.
best khaki pants. I don't know. I wore khakis to school, I think, sometimes.
Khakis.
I did all the time because I went to a Catholic school where
Oh,
it was
you got
expected.
to.
It was required.
Yeah.
Yeah, my first day of college classes at Winona State University, freshman year, I went back after the first class and changed because I was in like khakis and a button-up shirt, and like no one else in college was doing that. I was so embarrassed. Do you need to ask me any more about high school? Anyone? Anyone?
That is
That
amazing.
is hilarious.
You'll
How
see
about
my
Jaime?
portrait on the wall for my grades. I have my senior picture
Sick.
on that. Yeah. Anyway, Jamie Buxton, no doubt you were not only popular, but you were a troublemaker.
A little bit.
Free the juice.
What?
Free the juice.
I did a lot of fun things.
You have to
Fun.
qualify that. You can't just say that. So people who don't know, Free the Juice would have been for the O.J. Simpson trial back in the
Yes.
90s. It was a very big because
98? 99? I don't know.
no,
I wasn't even in
because
school, don't
I
look at me.
graduated high school in 1997. What about you?
99.
My Sarah graduated in 99.
I,
So and
We're cool.
I remember as a kid, Tom Roy running down the hallway saying, he's innocent, like freaking out in high school down the science wing. And so I know it would have been before 97 or
Okay.
like in 97. And you were convinced
I
that
was
since the
convinced.
glove didn't fit,
You must have quit. I watched every single day. I mean, we didn't even have the right station. So I would go to my neighbor's house, Miss Kathy Lou, who is like my best friend who just happens to be my parents' age. Like every single day, I went and watched that trial with her after school. And we were convinced that he was not guilty.
And didn't
I
you write-
decorated
yeah.
our driveway. It said "Free the Juice" when it was
It's
time.
like sidewalk chalk.
With sidewalk chalk.
now in hindsight, I mean, he did it, right?
Well, I mean, he wrote a book on how to get away with murder, didn't he? I mean, I'm pretty sure he did it, but the gloves
Wow.
didn't fit.
Well, because he was like this, Jamie.
And he was wearing a latex glove. And he
Yeah,
was kind of like
exactly.
holding his fingers.
He's holding his fingers like this, and he has
I don't
already
remember
had a
any
glove
of
on.
those
Oh, look,
details,
it doesn't
guys.
fit.
Because they didn't want to like ruin, like contaminate it or whatever.
How do you remember this? You graduated in like 2012 or something.
There's lots of documentaries.
Did I get that right?
2011.
Oh my gosh, I'm so old.
Just give me a minute here.
Gosh.
2011.
2011, I had two kids.
I was working at Moody when she graduated high school. High school. Oh, wow.
Yes.
So you were popular.
I mean, I was fun. I don't know what the word.
That's what the popular kids say.
Yeah, right.
I was fun. I had a lot of friends.
Were you senior class president? Was that right?
I know. I was student body president.
Student body president. Okay. And you were, that was a voting situation.
Yeah.
And what high school? You were here in Northeast Ohio, right?
Elyria Catholic.
Elyria Catholic. And how many students in your school?
I think there were only like 120 in my class.
Was it a landslide victory? Was this like an electoral college?
They don't give you the numbers for the sake of the other people involved. But yeah, I mean, I won. That's all.
That's all that
Actually, I
matters.
think I ran unopposed. Does that makes it
Because
less cool?
nobody would
Because
even
no one
dare.
could go against Jamie Buxton.
I can't really remember. I don't know.
You
Christina,
can't- you
if you're
can remember.
watching, did you run against me or did you not? I think
Jamie, you've told us about in college you ran for.
I did run for student body president and I lost.
Yeah, and you had
And
a
even
whole,
my own husband, he wasn't my husband at the time,
Shawnee Poo.
did not vote for me. Stinking Joel.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's not a sore spot. Though.
I would still be holding that over his head.
I do bring it up often.
As you should.
He didn't vote.
He
Would he vote
voted
for you now?
Joel.
What-
I don't know.
And
Probably
who's
not.
Joel?
Yeah, what a
He was
loser.
fun and he zip-lined
Oh,
from the
well.
top of the chapel to the stage.
Well, being student body president isn't about antics, Joel.
Well, I mean,
that
but what
said, but I came in, pulled in a wagon that made it to look like a boat by cute boys dressed as sailors to in the Navy, because my last name was Seaman. Let a true seaman navigate for you. We've talked about these things before, but I did.
Navigate for you. I haven't heard that one.
Let a true seaman navigate for you.
And that didn't do it because you didn't zip line.
I didn't zip line. I came in a wagon.
Oh,
And I was
that's
wearing a
funny.
leather rain slicker and some glasses and a captain's hat.
What was your campaign slogan? Like, were you? Oh, I'm
there
sorry.
pictures?
Your platform.
I'm gonna need to see some pictures.
Yeah, we need pictures to
I'm
be able
gonna
to
put
put
'em
them
up
up
here.
here. But now,
No,
so
I don't
like,
have any pictures, but
you wanted to make
Jesus.
cafeteria food taste better at the college. What was the?
I don't remember.
What
I
was your
actually
platform?
don't remember.
It didn't matter.
It didn't
She was
matter. It
guiding
was
them.
all
She was
about
navigating
fun.
them, Brian.
It's a tough loss.
It was a tough loss.
But were you prom queen,
I was not.
homecoming queen?
I was not.
Were you on the court at all?
I was on the court in college. I was
Not in high school.
Not in high school.
Is that a? I'm sorry. Are you all right? Is that a sore spot?
She said no.
Yes, I'm upset. No, I'm not upset about it.
I mean, I was absolutely not. Were you?
We didn't do that.
Oh yeah, you're like
to a
an
Christian
evangelical Christian school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we didn't do that.
You're all sinners.
Yeah.
So
If
nobody
there's
gets to
a
win.
homecoming court, that's sin.
Yeah, and there's certainly no dancing, right?
No. No dances.
Wow.
But tattoos.
Well, I had to cover them
Tattoos
up.
and no
So, they
dances.
weren't
How
allowed.
sad. So what did you do at prom?
Just
Mingle?
ate. Yeah, walked around, ate food.
There's
What,
probably
the
a
Catholic
slideshow.
school. You guys
Oh, I have
danced.
pictures.
Oh, we danced.
Oh, I've got
oh.
pictures.
My
Just stood
senior year,
around.
I think I went to 3 proms.
See.
Yeah, because she's popular.
See.
We did have a comment on one of our reels
What?
from somebody who went to a middle school dance with me.
Yes, I know.
Sarah.
I got nervous thinking you were going to say one about me, and I was like, well,
I know, right?
No, Sarah File and I we dated in 7th grade. It's a big deal. And she saw one of our reels, me talking about middle school dance, and she remembered
And
that
she
we
tried
danced
to-
together. I think it was something about, wow, he really was a great dancer even in 7th
Nope.
grade. That
She-
wasn't it?
No, she said, "Oh, Brian, our first dance." That's what she said.
Oh, okay. I guess I remembered that wrong.
totally different. Oh my gosh.
But now you had a major moment in the Buxton household.
We did.
Like this
I'm
is like
afraid I'm gonna
dream
like
come
it.
true.
You can.
I don't know that it's a dream come true,
Yeah,
but
it's a
it
little
really
dramatic.
is a fun thing. Yes.
I bet there was tears from mom.
Surprisingly, I was really like, I had prepared myself that this could go either way. And you know that people are watching you. So, yes, my oldest son, Micah, was on homecoming court this past weekend for his high school. And I really did. I actually asked our boss to practice with me announcing somebody else's name, and so that I wouldn't make a mean face.
Yeah, because you see all those clips like game shows or like Miss America pageants.
Yes.
And they're like,
So I want to make it.
Luckily, the parents, we walked across the field, and so you're looking at the homestand, but then, the kids stayed looking at the crowd, and we got to come and then face our kids. So you couldn't see my face, which I was grateful for, because I really was afraid that if he won, that I'd be ridiculously overexcited, and people would be like, whoa, it really isn't that serious. Or that it wouldn't be him, and I'd have to be like,
you have like a major eye roll or something.
Yes.
Like, oh, God.
Of course it's him. But I was grateful but I didn't cry because I think I was really trying. I was really overcompensating.
Because he's homecoming king.
He was the homecoming king.
I'm playing applause.
Oh, not that girl. Yay, Micah.
Just had the best. He also had an interception in the game. I'll have to show you guys the clip. Maybe you'll have to put it in.
Yep,
But
probably will.
on community focus, he had this interception, and they were like, "Are they calling that an interception? I think they're calling it." And then you see Micah jump up, and everybody's ringing their bells and stuff, and they were like, "And it's no one else other than the homecoming king, Micah
figured.
Buxton."
And the
That is
homecoming
so
king gets an
sweet.
interception.
It was so. I mean, it has been a fun weekend.
Wow. Was he excited about it or embarrassed
was.
about it? Or
I think he was a good balance of this isn't the end all be all, but it was really fun. It was really fun.
Now, how did Sean Buxton feel about this? Because was Sean Mr. Homecoming King in high school?
I don't think Sean ever went to a homecoming.
This was his first one.
This was his first. No,
He didn't go to homecoming?
I don't think so.
He didn't. He was too cool for
I
that.
think they had a party with friends at church friends, and they did something else. But yeah.
I'm sorry. It just makes Christian school sound so lame. He doesn't have any fun?
Well, he didn't even go to a Christian school. Sean went to a huge public
But
school.
she's saying he went and hung out with church friends. And
Yeah,
stuff.
they had a youth group party.
Okay,
instead.
sorry. I'm over here like, wow, Christian school totally fails at this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. He'll probably correct me and be ticked that I said that, but I don't think he ever.
He was like, Jamie, I went to 6 different
He
homecomings.
didn't. If he went to any, he went to one. I think, but I don't. Think
Don't
he
feel
went to
bad,
any.
Sean. I got dumped right before my senior prom. So I missed senior prom, Sean. So it's cool.
Look, I love how he's making eye contact with Sean. It's okay.
Yeah, it
Your
is all right,
life will
Sean.
turn out okay.
It's all right, Sean. We can go birding together. It's fine. Sean loves to go birding.
He
So he was excited for your son?
He was excited. Oh, Sean? I don't know that Sean was excited about any of it. He was definitely not excited about walking across the football field and all eyes on him, because we've had to do that twice now. We had senior night already, and then we did it again for this. And so Sean does not love those sorts
He
of
doesn't like
moments.
attention.
But he did it.
He did it. And I think we were both just really proud. It's a weird thing to be proud of. But it always feels good when people love your kid.
Yeah. Oh, no.
And
It's
just
so
so, yeah.
fun.
That Micah is likable and he's kind and
That's
has
right.
Yes.
makes good friends and
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Means you're a good mama.
It's been really, it is really awkward because people stop us everywhere.
No.
People who, I don't know who they are, but they're like, congratulations, you're the mom of the homecoming king. And I'm like, I gave birth to a really cool kid.
And yet you do like attention.
I do, but it is a little fun. It is a funny thing to be recognized from.
Right. You gave birth to and raised.
We did
So
raise.
clearly your influence made a difference.
There you go. See, I'm awkward about it, but it's been a really fun weekend, and he was really, really cute. I'll show you guys pictures later. He was really, really cute.
I think it's funny how the Lord brings together opposite people too. How Sean doesn't like attention, and
Yeah.
so this is his worst thing, and you're kind of like, does mom get a crown?
Oh, I mean, I had to buy a new shirt. I had I was like, what am I gonna wear? Yeah. It was hard for me because everyone was like, you should put the sash on, because he went on to play football and I carried the crown and stuff up to the seat. And
Of
people were
course
like,
you did.
Are you going to put it on? And I was like, I don't think so.
Did
but
you,
I
though?
kind of wanted to. I didn't.
You should.
I didn't.
You should have. Well, congratulations. That's so sweet. It does mean you have a sweet boy.
It
Yes.
does mean that I have a sweet boy. It was really, really fun. And so, yeah.
I think Trey is on a path. He very well could be on the path to homecoming king.
Yeah, he does make a lot of friends.
How will you and Eddie feel about that on the field?
Fine.
You'll both
Eddie
be
was
like,
pretty popular
whatever.
in school.
Eddie was pretty popular. Look at
Yes.
Yeah, as I recall,
school and in
he
college.
dated all the girls at Moody Bible
Every single
Institute,
one. Every single one that existed, yes.
except you, and
Yep.
you were the last one. Then he married the last one.
Last
So-
man standing, you know?
That's hilarious.
Whoever's left, he'll take her.
Okay, so one of the things I wanted to chat about today, besides how excited we are for you,
Yes.
it's so special and sweet.
It really
Yay,
is.
your son, Micah.
Micah,
You have so many children. I just want to make sure I got the right one.
just one less than you. Yep,
Yeah, less than.
just one less.
Lauren and I want to take a brief moment before we continue today's episode to thank our sponsors. First of all, did you know I have a brand new morning show? That's right. It's called Uplifted Mornings with Brian. And our sponsor is Upliftd Stream from KHCB Media Group. We're so grateful for their sponsorship and their attention to my new morning show. Check it out weekdays from 6 to 8 a.m. Central, 7 to 9 Eastern. We have a lot of music, worship music. We've got scripture. I have devotional thoughts, try to share some funny stories, dad jokes, Bible quizzes, things like that. For more information how you can listen to my new morning show on the Uplifted Stream, just go to upliftedstream.org. That's upliftedstream.org, or just download the KHCB mobile app. We also want to thank our sponsor, JLP CPAs. If you're a small business owner, you already wear dozens of hats. You don't want to have to worry about things like taxes, payroll, financial reporting, budgets, balance sheets, all those kinds of things. Let our friends at JLP CPAs take care of that for you. They're a firm focused on small businesses. They're a local Northeast Ohio company, and you ought to check them out so that you can focus on what you're good at in your small business. For more information, go to jlpcpas.com. Again, jlpcpas.com. And finally, we'd like to thank our friend David Safransky and Edgewater Investment Group for being a sponsor of today's episode. Have your finances been overwhelming? Are you stressed about your future? You should talk to Dave and his team at Edgewater Investment Group. They'll help you with things like budgeting, retirement, investing, and they'll be honest and straightforward. So you want more information about how you can get connected and get their help with your future financially? Go to edgewaterig.com. Again, that's edgewaterig.com. Thanks again to our sponsors, and now we'll keep going with today's episode. So, World Homeless Day is coming up on Friday, October 10th.
It is.
And there's major events happening at the City Mission. But at the end of the day, it's not just at the City Mission, right? Because it's obviously World Homeless Day, not just Cleveland Homeless Day.
Right.
And you two are passionate enough about this that you professionally make sure that we're caring for those who are experiencing homelessness. Mm-hmm. So why does this matter to both of you so much?
I
Please.
think it's the answer I always give when I'm with you all. I feel like there's so many stigmas about people who are experiencing homelessness. And because I've been around it for 20 years now, I just need people to know that people experiencing homelessness are regular, normal people just like us. And I couldn't be more passionate about that, helping people understand that, crisis does not discriminate on who it hits and how it hits. And so homelessness is a really big deal to me personally because of that. And so it is always a passion for me to help, especially the church, understand that the people that we're serving at the mission are not unlike the people that you love and care about in your lives that are going through something hard. Mm-hmm. So, but particularly World Homeless Day, this actually became my baby like last year. As a mission, we're always trying to think about new things to navigate and ways to get people to come visit us and ways to talk about what we do, right? Like there's no secrets about that. I am on the development team, right? But my bent is always, let's educate, let's destigmatize. And so last year we invited some people and like 12 people showed up to our little lunch and learn. And maybe not everyone thought that was a win, but I felt pretty good about it because I was excited that people just wanted to come and learn. We did just a couple of special small activities, and that was it. And we're trying to help this build momentum. I think in our meeting yesterday, I was like, I hope 5 years from now we'll laugh about how small this started and that this is a real way to advocate for people in our community and throughout the whole world that are experiencing crisis bigger than we can imagine.
And this is open to the public, right?
It is.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, I will be leading a panel discussion.
You are. Are you qualified? Unsure.
Not certain. I think again, I was the last one standing.
That's not true.
No, not
That
true.
is absolutely
False.
not true.
I was in the meetings.
No, I'm very excited and honored to be able to do it as we talk about how we can fight against homelessness here in our community. And do we have the panel finalized yet?
We do.
Yeah.
You can ask us who's on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't know, I'll pull out my phone. But
Gosh. We've got John Litton from Habitat for Humanity, Ricardo Leon from Cuyahoga Land Bank, Kathy, I think her last name is Rounds from the YWCA, Councilman Richard Starr, and Linda U. Vegas, our CEO.
That'll be a great panel.
I didn't even have it pulled up, and you did it.
I did it.
It'd be a great panel. Now, what are some of the misconceptions that drive you nutty about people experiencing homelessness? I know you've probably got a couple you hear, you're like, goodness sakes.
Everybody has a drug addiction. Everyone has insane mental health problems. They have nowhere else to go. I think this one really hits me because I've worked with volunteers for so long, is like on Christmas, I just have to go be with the sad homeless people. Our residents do have families. In some situations, those families don't bring out the best in them, or they're not like able to help care for them in all the ways that, we kind of pride ourselves in doing. But they do have people they care about, and they're not just, they do have people. And so I think people, like when the church shows up on like Thanksgiving, they're like, why aren't they all here? And they're not grateful for the meal we're providing. Well, because they're going to go have a meal with somebody else too, sometimes.
Right.
They're allowed to leave.
They're allowed to leave. Yeah. That's another misconception. It is not prison at the City Mission. They are allowed to leave and do as they please within boundaries, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's hardest when you're talking with Christians who have been blessed to grow up without wanting for anything financially, maybe middle class, let's just say.
Yeah.
And also really haven't experienced much trauma of any sort.
Right.
Other than maybe getting called names in middle school, which all of us have.
Yeah.
But oftentimes what we have is people who have experienced trauma that would take your breath away. And it's caused them to be in a real difficult circumstance. Sometimes those drug addictions are a consequence of someone who has been in such poverty and such trauma that it's just the only way they can feel like better. And I know it sounds terrible, but it's self-medicating.
Yeah.
It's
for sure.
escapism from trauma. And we actually have a previous episode. You can go back and search through our archives where we met with an intake specialist and some others,
case manager, yeah.
and a case manager to really see what it's like at City Mission and what people experiencing homelessness are really going through. I mean, do you all have any stories that stand out in your mind from the City Mission?
But you mean like a resident story?
Yeah, or just like something in general that pops to your head that you love to share with people about the difference the City Mission is making.
I just feel like every story is so different. Every graduation where we hear people completing their program at the mission, I'm overwhelmed by what people have been through and the depth of pain and trauma that they've experienced and that they can still function.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think people would be surprised to know that, we have 18-year-olds, we've had 87-year-olds at the mission. There's a big spectrum of people that need us, need our supports. The homeless population is aging. So I think our median age at Crossroads where we serve men is like 40 something right now. That's insane to me, to think about going through this at their age. Right. And yeah. But specific stories, gosh, there's so many. But I think I vividly remember this story, and probably because I was so young and so naive. This was probably within the first 3 years of me working at the mission. And there was a mother and daughter there, and the daughter was in her early 20s. Mom was probably my age now, right? And I remember having some preconceived notions, wondering, why are you living here? Because the mom drove like an Escalade, like a really fancy SUV, and it was parked outside of the mission. And I, even being this holy, wonderful person who worked at the mission, right? I'm laughing at those things, but like I was like, I don't get it. And I'm skeptical, right? Like, what is going on here? And this particular mom and daughter were really shut off. They really didn't want to have much to do with like talking to most people there. They had a lot of appointments. I remember that. And so one day I remember, I actually think, if I'm remembering correctly, it was my birthday, because back in the day, my mom and dad used to bring a birthday cake, a Barbie birthday cake, to Laura's home every year. It was very pink, very frilly. I'm sure there was a Barbie somehow on it. But anyway, my parents brought birthday cake, and we were having a birthday celebration. And I was sitting with this mother and daughter, and the Lord knew what he was doing, right? And so started to share my heart. They started to share their heart. And I came to find out that the mother had owned her own business. They were from like Cincinnati area. Their daughter had gone out. The daughter had gone out on like a blind date, and she was raped on the date, and then contracted some terrible sexually transmitted disease that no one could really pinpoint. That whatever was going on with her body was more than they could understand in Cincinnati. So they came to the Cleveland Clinic. And in that time, the mom lost her business. They lost their home because all she cared about was helping her daughter. The daughter had become completely withdrawn. She had major social anxiety. And it was just like this, just, you know, it just bombarded them and continued to get bigger and bigger. It snowballed. It was a snowball effect of all of this trauma. And I just was so floored by that story, thinking, who did I think that I was? The car was the last thing that she owned, right? She had given up everything to come here and take care of her daughter. And so, yeah, you just really can't understand why people find themselves experiencing homelessness. But I promise you, if you sat down, and really got to know people, you'd realize that they're not that different than you, and it can happen to anyone.
Yeah. And I vividly remember on our radio show a number of years ago, there was a guy that called in who talked about he volunteered at a food bank, and then he made a passing comment. He said, yeah, but most of the people that come in don't really need it.
Yeah.
And I was like, excuse me? And he's serving at a food bank.
Right.
And he's probably thinking, well, they're wearing nice clothes. They drove up in a car.
Yeah.
So what are they coming to the food bank for? And that's a complete misunderstanding of poverty. It's a complete misunderstanding of trauma. You're right. A mom and her daughter probably put together pretty well.
Yeah. They were beautiful.
With an Escalade.
Yeah.
But that's the trauma they went through. I mean, Lauren and I are working on a podcast series, and we've had a chance to get to know a guy who's doing life in prison. And the more we've learned about his life growing up, it's just trauma, followed by trauma, followed by trauma, and stuff where it's like, it's not small things.
No.
It's stuff that you
One
hear
thing that happened to him would like ruin someone's life.
Yes.
If just one of those things happened to one person.
Yeah.
And so I don't know how do we begin trying to change hearts of people who follow Christ and love Jesus with full sincerity and go to church every Sunday, but just don't see or really understand homelessness. How do we convince them that this really is a thing that is affecting our community?
Come to World Homeless Day.
I was going to say.
And be educated.
Yeah.
You can't just like sit at home and not choose to learn or hear other people or listen to other people that are experts in this area. So come to World Homeless Day. It's free.
It is free.
Friday,
and there's
October
things
10th. The
happening
kids aren't in
all
school,
day.
so
yeah, the kids are out of school. Bring
kids
them
are out of
along.
school. Yeah.
I didn't really think about that scenario, but bring them along.
Bring them along. There's a lunch and learn with like the panel discussion that Brian will be moderating. There's tours of both of our campuses.
7 a.m. I'm really sad that very few people have signed up
I know,
for
me
7
too.
a.m. prayer time.
Yeah.
So come and pray with Linda, our CEO. We're going to pray for each of our residents by first name, and then for the city of Cleveland and all the people that need help. You said tours. And then my favorite perk of my job is something, it really aligns with who I am, and it's is that I get to teach Bridges Out of Poverty, and we're doing a 5 p.m. session, so 90 minutes. It's even cutting into football time for me. I mean, I'm going to be tailing it out of there to get to the football game. But what I love about Bridges Out of Poverty is, well, one, it helps us to look at the lens in which we see the world. And I think it's so important. There's lots of different nuances to how you can learn about Bridges Out of Poverty, but it really starts with, how do I perceive the world around me, and why do I perceive the world in this way? And I think if every Christian took a course like that, I wouldn't put that stamp on everything, but a course like that helps us look at why we believe what we believe, not just about Christ, but who we are and what is right and what is normal. I was just yesterday in Medina in a classroom of first graders, two classrooms of first graders. So I talked to 60 first graders yesterday, and I do a little presentation where we talk about different kinds of homes. And so I show a castle and a mud hut and a pagoda and an adobe, and we talk about all these homes, and we talk about where in the world you would find that home. We talk about who lives in those homes, and then I always finish each one with, do any of you live in that home? And of course, first graders, they were loving it. No, we don't live in a mud hut. No. Yes, I live in an igloo, and all of the things.
Yes, I live in a castle.
Yeah. Oh, there's always a little girl who says she lives in a castle everywhere I go. But so by the time we get to the end, I show a single family home. Well, I should say we get to duplex, apartment, and condo, and then I show a single family home. And by then, any age, but especially these first graders, are like, well, it's a regular house. And it's a normal house. And they say a regular house, a normal house. And I go, oh, you all just failed, because all of those are normal homes depending on where you live and what you have. It is a normal way to live in a mud hut if you live in Africa or in Papua New Guinea. Like, that is a home. And so we go through that, and they're like,
to live in an apartment.
And so then we talk about normalizing what Laura's home is, and that people who live there are normal, regular people just like you and me. And sometimes I think us as adults could use the same little game.
Oh, that's so good. I love that.
Thanks.
Now, if somebody wants to attend again, Friday, October 10th, World Homeless Day, it's free. You can do you have to register, or you just show up?
We'd appreciate people registering, because we're trying to have snacks and goodies at different parts of the event. So we'd like to know that you're coming. You can go to thecitymission.org, and on our events page, you can click right on it.
So thecitymission.org.
And I'll put a link in our description too.
Oh, good. You can just look in the description. See? I've stopped pointing at things because I pointed in the wrong place for so long. I just don't know what I'm doing with pointing.
Lauren will edit me, but I've always wanted to be a Vanna White.
Actually, Brian edits our videos. Isn't that cute? Can you believe that?
That is shocking.
Even though she calls me granddad regularly with my technological challenges. I think I'm pretty with it for a 46-year-old guy.
What
but
was it the other day that really got me?
Oh no.
I was like talking about captions on a video. And I was like, do you want me to upload it to?
He said, should we put captions in? I said, wherever I upload it, it has the option for captions. Like, wherever you upload videos, meaning if I upload it to Instagram or Facebook or whatever, it will give you the option to add captions. And he said, oh, do you mean Riverside?
Which is the software
where we
use
record
for
the
this,
podcast. And I was like, no, I'm talking about.
You said, no, granddad.
No, on the social media websites, I can add captions.
Join us on the interwebs. On the Facebook.
www.thecitymission.org.
http://
Yes.
www.thecitymission.org.
That was
World Wide Web.
Supposed to be.
So anyway, it's been so great. Jaime Buxton from the City Mission, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for
we
having
always
me.
love hanging out with you. Mother of the Homecoming King.
Guys.
You're basically the Queen Mother.
I actually did call myself the King Mother over the weekend.
But I think your title would be Queen Mother. Isn't that how that works?
I don't know what it is.
Something
but
Mother.
Mother of the King. I don't know what it is, but it has been a fun little ride at the Buxton house.
And this podcast has been a fun little ride. And you can join us and learn more about us as well, Lauren.
Go to stainedglass-media.com. There's more podcasts there. Brian and Nancy Kane have a podcast. We're also working on a podcast project you can look at stainedglass-media.com.
All right. We will catch you next time. That does it for today's edition of the Third Place Podcast. Hey, before you go, don't forget, this episode was made possible through our brand new nonprofit, the Cleveland Ministry Collective. If you want to support our efforts to connect and uplift Northeast Ohio ministries, would you consider a tax-deductible donation? We could really use your help launching our new ministry. Give today at clevelandministrycollective.org. That's clevelandministrycollective.org. Talk to you next time.